I'm going to walk you through this exercise that we call analysis of alternatives exercise. This is a team exercise that I want you to complete. And the idea here is that as engineers, sometimes we are coming up with ideas for designs and we need some systematic way of evaluating which design is going to be best according to some criterion. So let me skip down to the chart that we're going to fill out. So one of the things that you're going to come up with, well, we've already come up with it for you in this example. There's certain criteria that the design needs to be measured up against, all right? And it'll be up to your team to figure out the importance of each of the criteria, all right? So you'll rank the importance, and there can be ties, right? It might be that, machine washable and insulation have the same level of importance, all right? So you don't have to have them ranked with integers. You can come up with just some ranking system, all right, that lets you show the level of importance for each of these items, all right? From there, you're going to do this scoring system. So let me rewind back up here. So the idea here is that you have a reference design. In this particular case, it's a ceramic mug, right? And so you want to score the proposed design relative to the reference, okay? So ceramic mug is the reference, all right? And let's say you had a disposable foam cup. How does that compare in terms of strength and sturdiness? Well, a disposable foam cup is much less sturdy than a ceramic mug, so you'd probably score that as a -2. All right, so you get the idea. You go through and you compare every design to the reference design. Okay. How you do that as a team, I'm going to leave that up to you. You could have everybody score this independently. You could have a group discussion and then score it together. That'll be part of the report that you fill out after you complete this exercise. Okay, so hopefully this gives you an idea of what to do. A few things that I wanted to comment. Look at the specifications here. In this particular case, we want to design a new coffee mug / cup for Aramark Catering, so it's a catering company, to use. And the specifications are given, and you notice it doesn't really give you a lot of detail about how you're going to design this cup. It's just giving some minimum parameters that the cup needs to meet. All right, so for example, the cup shall hold at least 10 ounces of liquid. Okay, that's a very specific thing that has a numerical value. All right, then there's some insulation specification, and this is something you could actually do an experiment on and tell whether or not your design meets that particular specification. All right, so we're going to do some project specifications. I wanted to show you this because this starts to give you an idea of what a specification might look like. All right, so when you go down here and look at the criteria, there's certain things that show up that weren't listed in the specifications because the specifications are sort of this minimum set of ideas that you have to meet, and your design might have extra features or criterion that you also want to meet. Okay, so go through this as a team on a Zoom call, and then you're going to write a team report. Okay, and so I only want one submission per team. All right, so you'll have to designate someone to submit the team report in Canvas. All right, and so the report should follow this format. This is not hard to do. Just come up with a rewording of the objective of the exercise in your own words. Your team needs to agree to this, to what shows up here. Describe how you did the scoring on the exercise. Give me your scores. All right, fill out the table. All right, and then conclude your report with a brief discussion of the team results. Was there a clear design winner? Did your team reach a consensus, or did you have different opinions on what the best design would be? Fill out that conclusion section. All right, so again, only one team report. Make sure everybody's name shows up. I should change that. I'll change the report to where everybody's name will need to be showing up in this report, so I can that will help me assign grades whenever you submit.